He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the shotgun, Smith. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther.
No touch that.
To the air right away is Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. And he will score. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Darden.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Got a man. It's Lockett. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here we go.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angled throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when it's time to go home. You got to know when the party is over, and I'm not taking anything away from the effort. It was a great job here by the quarterback to extend this play as long as he could, but instead of throwing it away at the end, he ends up taking the sack.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
As his man Smith and Jigba working across the field. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a 1st down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to 4th down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces it.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the football at their own 40.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back in on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own, and at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Gino. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 6. That. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on 3rd down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those 3rd down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught! And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Big-time play for Philly. 38 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air again. Hurt. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. But it looks like the Eagles are able to corral it, so Philly will retain possession. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Hurts will try it again. Off he goes, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
DK Metcalf was the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it.
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Gino to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This is teach tape for man defense, Mike. I mean, he is not looking back at the quarterback at all. He is in the hip pocket of his receiver. He's staying in phase and in rhythm. And then he knows when the wide receiver's hands go up, attack the ball. And that's about as good as it gets.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Great. Go Silver, ready?
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Great. Set. Delta.
Hurts working in the pistol. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. And he's taken down up past the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, easy. 63. Yeti.
On play action, Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. 3rd down coming up.
Great. Set.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
left, Yanni. Great, great. Delta.
Again, Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down.
Turn left, Yanni. Delta.
Throwing is Hurts. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached the intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Man in motion is Smith. On first down, it's Hurts. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
From the pistol, Smith. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Once again, it's Walker. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. From the gun, it's Gino. And he's in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks are on top. It's now 10-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. A first down throw for Hurts. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. To the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Here's 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
No touch.
On play action, here's Hurts. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Philadelphia. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10.
No touch.
Now Hurts. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Great, set. No touch.
Hurts now. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Great, set. No touch.
Now it's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal. In motion, the tight end Uzama. Here's Barkley. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. 2nd down, goal to go. They'll drop to throw. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. To throw is Hurts. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Walker. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.